On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back with more riveting AMC Pacer content. I know what you guys are here for. So we're not watching Wayne's World or singing the Bohemian Rhapsody today, but we're gonna figure out how an AMC Pacer runs and drives. It's something a lot of people haven't experienced. What is going on, guys? I'm WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we are here with my new to me 1975 AMC Pacer. It's powered by the 232 inline-6 engine, and it has no options. Now, apparently, a lot of people were in my comments saying that they had Pacers too, with things like AC and power windows and power locks, and I've got literally none of those things, and it is straight up oppressive outside. So while I think personally, and I feel like a lot of you guys think as well, the all glass back, 37% of the body is glass, I think it's incredible. I got in this thing and nearly cooked. So today, even though it's hot again, we're gonna get in this thing, and hopefully we can keep enough air moving, you know, that, what's it, 55 and something, that's what they call that AC, you know?
255.
255, that's what it is, 2 windows, 55 mile an hour. We're just gonna try to drive 55 in every speed limit across town, no matter what it is, so we can stay cool enough to live.
We don't recommend doing this at home.
Yeah, don't try this at home. But it might prevent sweat dripping down into our eyes and, you know, causing a bigger safety issue by driving slower. So we're gonna hop in the AMC Pacer here and take it out and just experience what it's like to be in a Pacer. I also have the Draggy on the charger, so we're gonna grab that and we're gonna try to do a 0 to 60. I have a runway reserved for that because we're gonna need every foot of that runway to get there, I think. I haven't done 60 in this car yet. I don't think I've even hit 60 in it once, and I drove it around for a whole night. We're gonna figure out how long it takes to do 60, taking bets. Drop your guess in the comment right now. Gabe, what's your guess?
I think you should be double clutching instead of granny
Double clutching with the automatic?
Yeah.
This has that Torque Flight Chrysler automatic in it.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll use the clutch.
So 0 to 60. Yes.
13.
13 seconds?
Yeah. Do you think that's optimistic, or you think
I think that's incredibly optimistic because the base model Camaro was doing 0 to 60 in 13.
We're gonna launch it.
Off a cliff?
You know, somebody said those bricks in the back are so you can put a pedal, put a brick on the pedal and let it drive off a cliff where it belongs.
Actually, I laughed when I saw the bricks when we were at the shop.
That's pretty.
I was like, oh, those are the...
They're probably the parking brake.
Yeah, they're the parking brakes is what it is.
All right, well, I think everything works. I think the parking brake even works. So far, this car has been unbelievably nice to drive. I spent a night driving it around where it was nice outside, windows down, everything worked except for, well, there's a bit of a list. The radio, the stop lights, and the reverse lights. Turn signals work though. So as long as we turn our turn signals on, people must assume that we're stopping.
Sure.
That's how it works, right? One of these days.
Maybe that's what the bricks are for.
Maybe we have to throw them out. It's like a parachute. Let's take this thing out and do a little driving and just tell you guys what it's like to drive a Pacer in the year of our Lord 2024, because it's tough to keep up with traffic. The other night there was no traffic, so I didn't have any problems. It was great. But today it might be a little bit different. So let's go. Step one of driving your AMC Pacer is starting it up, and you guys would not believe, for being a 50-year-old car with a carburetor, I'm gonna give them some credit. It probably doesn't start at all in the winter, but in the summertime, I can't let go of the key fast enough. It runs really well. Wow, we used a lot of fuel too. It had 3/4 tank. I told you guys the fuel mileage is not good. It had 3/4 of a tank the last time I drove it, and now it's kind of creeping up around half, right around half. So that was probably 15 miles or something. Used a 1/4 tank. How does that make any sense? This doesn't feel as exciting as when we are backing out of here with drag cars to go make pulls. It's
well, the car is a drag, so.
Oh yeah, well, very, you know, a low drag coefficient. Almost the opposite, but you know, it is a drag.
The weight begs to differ. It's
for sure
very high drag car.
Well, here is the most important first thing about driving the Pacer. One hand on the wheel, almost no steering input. As long as you're going in a straight line, it's good. I mean, it's really good. This road in the F-250 beats you up. It's up here like blum, 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 blum. And in this thing, it just kind of eats it all up. I think that's a combination of slow dampers and a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And the whole car moves at once. It doesn't bump back and forth. And then you got to really get into the brakes there. All right, the draggy is fired up, so we're headed to Mexico right now to get some times out of it. But first, we got to talk about the steering. One thing is, it doesn't like to self-center. So wherever you let go of the wheel, like if I go like this, it'll keep going that way forever. It doesn't pull back in like any modern car. You can pretty much let go of the steering wheel on any car that's properly aligned, and it'll just find its way home, you know? And they're really good at pointing in one direction. But with this, little steering input, yeah, it just keeps wandering. And speaking of steering input, it's so bad. This car, I'm gonna be honest, I went out and tried to do a donut with it, and I feared for my life. I thought it was going over. I did a half donut and let out.
You got to the D and we're done.
Yeah, I added power, and then I threw the wheel in, and I straight to the floor so I could get it to spin, and it went, oh no, oh no. It was all over for me. Don't try to do donuts in a Pacer. I know it's rear wheel drive. It doesn't have enough power to get the tires really going, and if they do hook up, it's probably gonna roll. It just feels like it's got a high center of gravity. I don't think it does. It feels like it though. I mean, the body roll feels like a high center of gravity.
There's a lot of glass.
Yeah.
A lot of glass.
There's some weight up there.
Yeah.
Here we go. This looks like a quarter mile on the dot. Oop. All right, we're in Mexico. Reset, power brake, wide open throttle. That's 20. 30. And the speed limit. It's so slow. Oh, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. All right, we'll talk about the results here in a minute. I'm gonna screenshot them, but they're bad. I'd like to do a full quarter mile. A full quarter mile would be pretty funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but were we actually 60, or was that just what the speedometer said?
That's draggy 60. That's,
okay,
yeah,
right.
that's perfect. So it's perfect, yeah. No, the speedometer's off by a mile. I already figured out the speedometer's off by at least 5, probably closer to 8%. So if it says 50, you're going like 43 or something like that. I spent a little bit of time figuring that out. All right, guys, we made it back to Mexico. This is another full throttle pull. I should have let off the brake.
That one actually felt better.
I should have let off the brake faster. 30.
I think that was better.
Maybe it was better.
It was better.
Maybe the car's running better. Ooh, girl, she's bouncy.
That's a lot of float.
Now we're gonna test out something important with AMC Pacers here. Turning radius. I gave myself an extra 5 foot, and I don't think it can do it. It can't.
No, we're gonna be in the ditch.
If I go in the ditch, it'll.
We're gonna be in the ditch.
Well, now we know that it will not pass the Cadillac Escalade turning radius test.
Sad.
Yep, very sad. That fuel smells old too. I wonder if we could go a little faster if we gave it
some new gas?
some fresh gas.
Yeah.
It smells like varnish. All right, let's talk about this car full of old gasoline here. So the 8th mile was 12.99 seconds. There's a quarter in there somewhere. I can't see it on the chart here. But 0 to 60 with a 1 foot rollout was 16.06 seconds. And 0 to 60, it takes so long to go that 1 foot. 0 to 60 without the 1 foot rollout is 16.4.
Jeez.
It's a whole 4/10 of a second longer for this to move 1 foot.
They say the first step is the hardest, so.
Oh, it's so
my
bad.
Gosh.
The first one was better. I wonder if it was because the engine was cooler. Like, it was like perfect, right? It probably heat soaked and started causing problems with the carb. Mm-hmm. The first one that you didn't think was as fast was way faster, actually. 0 to 60 with 1 foot rollout was 15.9, and 0 to 60 was 16.3. So a full 10th faster, which is funny. The other one felt faster, but I think it's because I power brake more and let off the brake a little slower. And it needs to be like brake just to get into the converter, and then dump the brake as fast as you can. What are you gonna gain? We could probably get 2 more tenths out of it.
I mean,
And what we're looking for is 6 seconds. That's what that's what we need out of it. All right, and the quarter miles, let's talk about those real quick. The one where I let out is so much funnier. 17.68 seconds letting out. Yeah, it's 60 mile an hour. Oh, 60 and quarter are the exact same time. It shows we were going 60.45 when we went through the quarter. I did let out on that one, and then the other one, it says the last one was 19.5 to the quarter.
let me see how that's possible.
Yeah, I don't either. Am I off by one here? Nope. Those are only 2 runs today. 17.68 and 19.5. It's bad. We should have We should have brought the RAM mount and done the video on the Draggy. But usually that video is so shaky.
Yeah, you can't.
It's worthless. Let's go put Gum Out Fuel Restore in it, fuel system cleaner in it, and a full tank of premium, even though it doesn't need that at all.
Full tank? You gotta go a whole tank.
Okay, well, we're at a half tank.
Oh, okay.
And I have to add some fuel to get rid of the varnish.
I gotcha.
I don't think it's going to go any faster, and also I think we're just wasting time doing track testing on the Pacer. There are performance mods, and I bet we could pick up like 2 seconds easy. I bet it could easily find 2 seconds. Even with 125 horsepower, if we went to that Offenhauser intake with the quad port, and then we put a Sniper 4150 on it, and put a wideband on it.
Yep.
I know from how much faster my 65 truck got that I think this could easily pick up a couple of seconds. Like, it's a ton of power. We're talking like a 20 plus horsepower difference.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, from a single barrel to a 4 barrel.
Yeah, you're gonna...
But also the Holly's gonna struggle because it's too much fuel and it can only choke its injectors down so far.
Right.
So it's like a weird thing that people put 2 barrels on these. They don't usually put 4 barrels on them. All right, here we go. Couple turn. Oh my gosh. Gabe, this feels like we're in a free hanging roller coaster that's allowed to swing.
This is not fun.
You hear all the fuel switch to one side? Oh man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We're going all of 20. I'm gonna turn in sharp.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
The car went the other way.
Just saw my life flash before my eyes.
You could have gone out the window.
I felt like I was. Mostly in black and white and pretty uneventful, but
yep,
it was my life.
Oh, the speedometer. The speedometer has a chug to it. You hear it?
Yeah, that it's on its
when you're going
cable on the back is loose.
Yeah, if you're going at least 40, it doesn't chug, and if you're going slower, it doesn't chug. But like right around the middle, when it says 20 to 30, it chugs really hard. Right now, no noise.
I mean, I'm not really surprised by that though.
It's old.
It's just, yeah, a new cable.
Plus, it's incredibly fast. You know from our 16-second quarter mile.
There is that.
I was like, wait, that's not right. 16 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, they're actually the same. You want to race me in the diesel? The diesel's almost 3 times faster.
I would take you on running. Like, I'm pretty sure I could get you just...
You're probably right. Especially if you get out of the hole fast.
You know what? That Honda bike that you have.
Oh, the Moto Compacto? Yeah. That thing's pretty slow. That thing's efficient. It's not fast.
Well, this is neither.
It really is quiet.
It is.
You can talk over it at all times.
Oh my gosh.
That was my braking performance test.
That was amazing.
It stopped. Yeah, honestly, the brakes work better than the Ford part, the Go part, you know?
That's, 60 to 0 is very important as well.
I have not tried 60 to 0 and also will not be. I let it slowly coast to
Thank you.
So shade is cool when you don't have air conditioning.
It is nice.
We also put $24 of premium in this thing, and it smelled like a little coolant, so we got out, did a little troubleshooting, and didn't see a single drip anywhere. Not from the thermostat housing, not from the water pump. I didn't see any coolant at all. It was just like a slight whiff of it, but there's no active leaks. Either way, we got some fresh fuel. Let's see how much we got. It doesn't like to be hot. Almost a full tank there. It's still creeping up. That might be full after 6.6 gallons.
I'm not surprised they gave a little bit of trouble starting up. I mean, carburetors.
Oh, we're not talking about that. I'm deleting that. I hate carburetors so much, though. They're the bane of my existence. If you have to pump the gas to start the thing. It does have a DAW built in, so we can make beats. After we put new fuel in this thing, guys, we took it out and made one more 0 to 60 pass just to see if it makes a difference. And it made a difference. So I think it might just need a full tank of new fuel to feel, it might gain a second.
And how?
15.79 with a 1 foot rollout.
Okay.
That's 0.2 better than our fastest. And 16.1 for the full 0 to 60, no rollout.
That's
So really, you know, the rollout one's the only one that matters now because everybody uses the 1 foot rollout. So, hey, there's that guy that watches the channel. We just met him at Quick Trip.
yep.
Well, there you go. That is what it's like to drive an AMC Pacer. Hot, sweaty, slow, terrible handling, smooth, awesome looking. Everybody looks at you and smiles. I mean, it's got a lot going for it, really.
It's like real life.
Yeah, smooth. Smooth is what it is. It makes you smooth. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Better get this thing up on a lift and just kind of check it out. That coolant smell bothers me, but there was not a visible leak anywhere. Radiator didn't look wet, hoses didn't look wet.
Well, okay. So
And now, like, do you smell it right? I don't smell it.
I don't smell anything. Nope.
It smells great. It smells like normal old engine. No coolant at all right there.
That'd be a nice candle smell. Old engine.
Old engine. It's actually not a bad smell. And of course, I think we might have solved our varnished gas issue.
Yeah.
We need to go drive it around a lot more.
Yeah.
We need to put some miles on it. So I guess you fix your AMC Pacer by driving it.
Who knew?
Who knew? The wipers unhid themselves after our high-speed runs. Did you see that?
I did. They were creeping up.
They
were
crept
like-
up just a little bit.
I think they were enjoying themselves.
I think
Like-
this is the wrong wiper. It hits. It's probably too long. Because it should be like right there. That's where it's supposed to sit.
It just couldn't take the awesomeness.
Yeah, it was just
had
too fast.
Yeah.
Too fast. High speed. 60 mile an hour. I don't know if I want to drive this any faster than that after that. It was floating down the road. We were doing a little one of these.
Yeah. Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah, I know, right? We fixed the train problem. Now we have the plane problem.